Good morning. What makes someone rich? What does rich mean, really? What is the true meaning of riches? Let's explore with this beautiful view. Nature's water at its best. What do you think riches truly mean? Good morning. So, again, I'm going to be discussing riches. What makes a person actually rich? And who's actually rich? And who's not? All right. So, in this world, in this physical world, we have people that consider themselves rich. They consider themselves rich by the amount of material they have and possess, the amount of material they have that they can store up for themselves and for the next generation. So, generational wealth of materials, possessions, just substance of such. By the way, these things are tangible. These things are can rust, can mold. Moths can eat it. It's temporary. So thinking that riches come from material things when those things can be washed away, destroyed. And then what are you left with? Are you rich then? If you lose all of that material, what people consider a paper, if you lose a dollar, the dollars that you've hold, the dollars that you've saved, if you lose all that, are you still rich? No, you're not. You have nothing. And that's what God wants you to see. You have nothing. Though you hoard and you have all these possessions, but it means nothing in the face of God, in the face of truth, and people that know the truth. You don't impress people that know the truth. You can't flatter them. You can't persuade them. And that is why they choose the youth. That is why they choose the youth. Because when you grow, you mature. When you mature, It's because of the experiences, the things you witnessed. But as a kid, you should be a kid. You don't know much, and people usually would hide certain things from you to prevent you from such things because it's not time for you to see those things. But the truth is, you have nothing. You have nothing but your soul to keep. And that's if you can keep it, because some people sell their soul. Sell their soul. But you have nothing. Nothing, nothing. Just like I don't need nothing. You don't need anything. You don't. All you need is some water and some food. All you need is water and food and you. All you need is love. That's all you need. You don't need material. You don't need possessions. So what is riches? What is to truly be rich? I already told you what it wasn't. It's not things, right? It's not materials. But you can hold onto materials, shiny things, gold, silver, pearls, rubies, and wherever you gotten these things, dug from the earth to get it, stole. But you hold these things and you say you're rich. We're rich generationally. We're gonna pass these things down. Sometimes when you pass those things down, people don't want it. People want to get it themselves because they want to feel that integrity and that dignity. They want to have that confidence. They want to feel worthy of it. But yeah, you pass these things down generationally, and so it's called generational wealth. Continuing the lineage with such possessions, tangible things. And now they have these things where, everything is electronic. So now you can put your worth in stocks and all these things online. But you still have nothing. Nope, you're not rich. That is not the true meaning of richness. And even in a physical world, you still can see how it isn't because it's tangible. You say you're rich, but if God takes away all your possessions, what do you have? You have nothing. Just like that. Just like that. And you're no longer rich. You're no longer considered rich, just like that. But to me, true richness, a person that embodies richness, right? Someone that's rich in the spirit, and they embody it, their riches you can't take away from them. Their riches is for forever. Not only that, but it is stored up for them, where no one can touch it, no moth can eat it. Yeah, it's stored up in a safe space where God is. Not man, not where temporary things lie, but the eternal, the infinite things. You want to talk about richness and who's truly rich? It's someone like you, someone like me. That's richness. Look around us. We don't have much, but we're rich. I don't need nothing, but I'm still rich. I consider myself rich. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it ain't so. That's true richness. It's knowing you are when you have nothing. When you have nothing and you still believe, those things people can't take away from you. Those things can't change. No. And you control your wealth. It's not in someone else's hands. You're not waiting for someone to you. The way that you put in time and your effort and hard labor or whatever you're doing, whether it's noble or not noble, on how you getting your money, your riches. This is how it's done here. But it's only a certain time that you can do it. A certain place you can get it. You can max out, right? You gotta wait for a raise. You gotta wait for it. But with God, you get rich every day. You get richer. You can do it when you want to do it. You can when you're working for him. You could do it all day, every day. Picture how rich you are. No one's telling you when, how. No one's stopping you. You control it. You see, these things are coming out now. It's time. Time's up. These things were never secrets, and that's my point. These things were something that you should have been willing to do, needing to do, wanting to do. You could have been truly rich, rich in spirit, rich in all things, having riches up there being stored for you. Your dreams come true. And not man to give it to you, but God. All this time, you had choices, chances, time to truly feel what richness meant. But instead, you focused on material things. You focused on what could get you rich in this world. So you gained this world. I lost this world, right? Whoever loses their life here gains it. What'd that get you? Gaining this world, physical gain, but it lacked any spiritual richness, any spirit richness inside. Some people still feel empty. Let them speak for themselves, right? I can only say what I know. And what I know is true riches. What makes a person truly rich. And I believe I am rich. You see, it was never about working to get rich. It was realizing that I was. Realizing that you are rich. Just by being who you are. Not changing for the world, even though the world wants you to change. These things are written. Your riches are in heaven. Your riches are with me, right? Where your heart is, I will be also. These things are written. I'm not making these things up. So you realize that you're rich. And so I can speak these things and say, yes, richness is in heaven. That's why it's important to be who you are, pour into walk by faith. Important to just do you. Don't be like everyone else. Do the best you can do, of course, but do it your way. Stand your ground, right? Speak up. Stand up. You were supposed to know these things, and you did, but you were supposed to do these things. And with just doing that, you were gaining wealth. Remember, this is a temporary place for most, well, for some. Let me speak for me. This is a temporary place for me. This is not my home. So, where is my wealth? Where is my home? Where is my things? Where is my family? Where is my people? Well, they're not in this world. And I'm only in this world for a stay, just for a time. So I own nothing. I should not want anything from this world because I have my own in my home, in my world. Again, I was only here for a while. That's it. But I was always going to go back home. And where home is where my heart is. Where my home is where my riches are. But only for a time, right? Only for a time was I going to be here. And time is up. Time is very near. So don't worry. Don't worry about material, physical things that make it seem like a person's rich, wealthy, got it going on. No, they don't. They don't. It's all temporary. And they're going to have to keep working, or whatever they're doing to possess such material. Whereas true riches from the Father are yours and always will be yours. No one can take it away. What you worked for is permanent. You don't have to keep proving. You don't have to keep working to keep up with the wealth that you have or the riches. Not in God's house, not in God. If you worked for it and you're granted a seat or a crown or of rubies and such things, those are yours to keep. And they will forever hold abundance in your life. You will have abundance forever. Right? Jesus will be king forever. No one could ever take his seat, nor can it be destroyed. And if you are that person that's going to be seated on the side of him, if you're the person that's going to be granted a crown, all those things with your name on it, it is yours to keep. That richness never dies. It is not tangible. And no one can still rob you. You don't have to worry or have fear about it being gone in the morning. No, but the richness here is not real. It's not real and it never was yours. Even if it's something that was given to you, it ain't yours. It never was yours. So remember, to be rich is to be rich in spirit. To be given riches is to be given it by the man above. And to hold your riches is for it to be up above, not down below. Down below is where we are working in spirit. And yes, you can work physically and gain your material and your possessions that temporarily can be gone with tomorrow. But the most important thing is gaining spiritual riches, because you'll be rich forever. And I'll leave it there.